I thought we'd have a look at St. Meghan Markle Reddit thread. Because I know some of you don't do Reddit, I thought we'd have a look. So, this is the kind of top quality content you get with the sinners in the St. Meghan Markle Reddit thread. How it started versus how it's going. Haha. Of course, you can see this is when Meghan walked backwards and forwards outside of Kensington Palace to get the Daily Mail's photographer's attention, and there she is at the outdoor market thing in Montecito. There we go. That is probably going to trigger some people. Lovely little Charlotte there at Wimbledon, and her grandma Diana also at Wimbledon, pulling very similar expressions. Yeah. Princess Charlotte, Princess Diana's mini-me. No wonder H&M fixate on her. I feel like with my readings that Charlotte is definitely going to be a target. Charlotte and George, and they were going to say stuff about Louis. They're going to say, like, they're going to basically infantilize Louis. So I think with my readings, that's where I'm going with that. That's what I feel they're going to do. So this article says, is the folie à deux coming to an end? A delusion of mental shared by two people in close association. So this poster says, Meghan married Harry thinking his royal status would translate to global fame and riches. She achieved the fame, but it appears their ability to make big bucks is now receding. I think she believed they could set up a royal court in California and money would come in to them without having to work for it. Does Meghan expect more from Harry at this point? That's a good point. I think Meghan is expecting Harry to bring in some more cash. I think from my perspective as a reader, as a tarot reader, I feel like Meghan is not only expecting Harry to bring in more, but she thinks he has tarnished her earning power. So he is beginning to be a weight around her ankles. She's beginning to feel dragged down by him. The poster goes on to say, Harry married Meghan because he believed she loved him, and together they would live a life away from England and achieve wealth beyond what Harry could attain as the second son of the king. Again, what this poster is saying, I agree with. And I also believe that Meghan convinced him that they would live in Africa at some point. Meghan was never going to live in Africa. Meghan's an LA girl. Let's face it. The poster carries on. Harry believed in Meghan's plan to generate deals and big money off their royal status. I am sure she had convinced that if it was unfair, he could not have half the Duchy of Cornwall, and he deserved any money they earned trading off the royal family. Additionally, it seems Harry is not capable of creating more income streams beyond his book's spare. That's all very good points. There is that rumour. I am going to be looking into this week that whole Duchy of Cornwall, and he wanted to be Prince of Wales. I'm going to look into all of that as well. It goes on. So meanwhile, Meghan and Netflix and Spotify, poster continues, signed them, completely unaware how incompetent and talentless they really are. Both companies probably thought they were signing legitimate royal insiders with access to the remaining royals, now snubbed by the prestige of the Emmy Award, snubbed by the iconic House of Dios. It seems obvious their star power as living royals in California is non-existent. I think that is a very good point. I think they are unraveling. I think things are falling away very fast. I feel like Harry's having several tower moments this year. He's not having a good time. Meghan Markle has several strategies to reignite her career in the United States. Let's have a look. Meghan Markle has several strategies. So, At what point does one give up? At what point does one realise there is no consumer appetite for your career? She doesn't believe that. She doesn't believe that people don't want her. She's deluded. She thinks everybody wants her. She's not only disliked by the public, she's disliked by her peers. Exactly what does she think she can reignite? But she's deluded. She just thinks that's the thing. She just thinks because of all of the things that have happened, like the coronation, the Queen's passing, COVID, everything, she just thinks they've been unlucky. And she blames Harry and Harry's family. She just thinks the stars have aligned. She doesn't reflect and think, I'm just deeply unlikable. Her humanitarian efforts involved her getting first-class tickets and accommodations while someone else carrying out the work. Young world is not about her doing the work. She's simply encouraged others to do it. She doesn't understand. Yeah, Priyanka Chopra was invited to Roblox this year. Her attendance 2 years ago in 2021. How many employees do the Markles have left? Let's have a look. 68 people connected to Archwell. I don't know. Unsuccessful is trending, so appropriate. Yeah, I saw that. Right, this is what I want to look at. Can you hear the plates smashing in Monty's shit show? I can. Can you? Totally. So, Channel 5 had a program on Is Catherine Our New Diana? And it's basically comparing the life of both Catherine and Diana and seeing the similarities. And I think Catherine has got a star power. I think Catherine has got a grace. I think she's very intelligent. She's also a Capricorn, so she's very grounded and very kind of secure in herself. And I agree with Z London 10, who has commented below saying, sorry, Kate is not the new Diana. She is her own person. I am tired of wanting the next Diana. So disrespectful to person to be wanted for themselves, but their dead mother-in-law. The only thing Meghan will lose her mind. Yeah, that's the only thing with this post. It's Meghan's going to lose her mind about Kate, Catherine, Princess of Wales, being the new Diana. Can you hear that? That's the sound of veneers grinding against each other and plates smashing in Monty shit show. So yeah. So this is what's that? Prince Farthead. What? Yeah, I really like the Reddit thread. It is really, really good. So if you guys aren't on Reddit, I really suggest you go and join this Reddit thread. It is the best place, I think, for documenting stuff on the internet regarding the Harkles. They've got a monarchy thread as well. It's a separate one, and royal family threads and stuff. It is really good. I do recommend it. It does have lots of interesting articles. There was an article. There's this lass who does a recap. Let me find it. Where is it? There's that missing Harry Man stuff. Excellent, thank you. See, I've already been here. She recaps all of Lady C's commentary. And she does it in such a way, and it's so funny. And I listen to Lady C anyway, but I come and read this because sometimes I kind of zone out, but I like my attention span. Everyone does it, you know. So Lady C, as requested, here are 20 examples of Meghan's conduct that appear to mirror Diana's conduct as written in Lady C's book The Real Diana, page 1. Let me get my teeth in. 1, page 69. Diana's father always said, what Diana wants, Diana gets. Harry said to staff, what Meghan wants, Meghan gets. Point 2, page 132. Diana would start phoning her media advisor at 6 a.m. Megsy and Howie staff said Megsy would start texting them at 5 a.m. giving directions. Point 3, page 133. Diana would be very destructive and vengeful, giving comments to the media to damage the monarchy. Point 4, page 137. Lady Manners said Diana was too domineering with her relationship with Charles. Point 5, page 188. Diana was technically brilliant, making herself into the victim. Lady C comments that this strategy helped her short term but not long term. Point 6, page 189. Diana said there was 3 in the marriage, but she completely forgets that in fact she had third parties into the marriage as well. Point 7, page 209. Oh my god, I can't put my teeth in. Diana said in Morton's book that she had never been given advice on how to be royal, discounting the efforts of Lady Susan Hussey and others. Neil's promotion of Morton's book drove the world to believe that virginal princess was driven to suicide by the royal family. Point 8, page 211. One of the private secretaries said Diana started manipulating things to her own end and probably didn't know when to stop. Point 9, page 212. Prince Philip called Diana the 5th columnist and said she was telling tales about her husband and the royal family. Point 10, page 216 to 217. Diana was all over Carolyn Bartholomew like a bad rash while Morton's book was being prepared and practically never saw her again after it was published. She also dropped many others. Point 11, page 219. I can't speak. Sarah York said Diana got off on people talking about her all the time. Point 12, page 223. Detractors at Buckingham Palace called Diana the actress. Point 13. Diana threatened to make the announcement of her separation on Princess Anne's 2nd wedding day. Point 14. Diana suffered from an acute case of envy. Point 15. Diana knew most of the Daily Mail photographers by their first names. She had meetings with all of the editors. She knew how to manipulate stories. Point 16, page 248. Diana was a narcissist, a true narcissist. She would leak information about herself, even about the relationship with Dodi Fayed. Lady C interjects, I never believed Diana was a true narcissist. I think for what it's worth, she did exhibit narcissistic traits. Point 17, page 255. Queen Anne-Marie said of Diana's victimhood, don't believe a word of it, she is a perfect bitch. Point 18, page 275. Diana would go anywhere and promote any cause to get her name in the papers. Point 19, Diana was not speaking to her mother or sister Jane for years. Point 20, Diana helped Andrew Morton write her book about... Let me say that again. Diana denied helping Andrew Morton write his book about her 18-page 275. Diana would go anywhere, and I don't get that. that's a bit of a mess. So Diana denied helping Andrew Morton write his book, I guess, is what that general gist is. So there we go. So like that is 20 points. How Princess Diana is like Megsy. And I just thought you'd find that interesting. So there we go. So if you're not on Reddit, get on Reddit. It's very interesting. There's little nuggets like that. And yeah, guys, I thought you'd just be a bit fun to kind of have a smooch around Reddit. So there we go. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of those 20 points discussed in Lady C's video and on the Reddit thread. I'm always interested in what you guys have to say about stuff. I think there's some very, very good points in there. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I shall see you soon. Bye everyone.